Maybe I'll eat out for lunch today. I wanted to give this to you. It's a limited item only sold at the flagship store.
Wow! I didn't know there was a candy shop like this. Oh, welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before, young lady.
My name's Keigo Tanaka. I'm 27 years old and work at a local stationery trading company. Alright, the inventory numbers match perfectly. Now I just need to arrange the shipments. My job spans various tasks, like product management and shipping arrangements, but it's mostly behind the scenes and unglamorous. Still, as a stationery enthusiast, I find this work rewarding. Finally wrapped up this week's tasks. I've got the day off tomorrow. Maybe I'll head over there for the first time in a while. Hello, Grandma.
My, Kei-chan. Long time no see. I was wondering what happened since you hadn't come by lately.
Ever since I was a kid, visiting old-fashioned candy shops has been my hobby. Today again, I found myself heading to my favorite spot. Work's been busy lately. Couldn't make it here until now.
I see. You've been working hard. Take your time and relax today.
This time really is the best way to unwind. As I chatted with Grandma while snacking on candy, she suddenly pulled something out.
Kei-chan, would you use this? I stocked up on them, but the kids nowadays don't seem interested. It hasn't been selling.
Whoa, a rocket pencil! So nostalgic! I used to use these all the time. I'm a self-proclaimed stationery nerd. I was instantly captivated by its retro Showa-era design. Thanks, Grandma. I'll be back again. I left the shop, munching on snacks, rocket pencil in hand. Maybe I'll eat out for lunch today. I wanted to give this to you. It's a limited item only sold at the flagship store. Well, you like it?
No, thank you. I've told you before I can't accept gifts.
Don't be shy. I live in a high-rise, you know? Money's not an issue for me.
I see.
That's Mashiba-san from sales and Kirishima-san at the reception. Go Mashiba is the ace of the sales department, from a wealthy family, and pretty much the exact opposite of me. The woman with him, Mizuki Kirishima, is the company's beautiful receptionist, someone completely out of my league. You're as aloof as ever, but that just makes the chase more fun. Looks like things are complicated there. That afternoon, while I was checking inventory alone in the warehouse, someone unexpected showed up.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Kirishima-san? What brings you here?
A customer's here to pick up a product sample. May I have it?
Ah, here it is then.
Thank you.
As she took the product, I noticed Kirishima-san gazing fixedly at something. Is something wrong?
No. I was just curious about that unusual pen.
This? It's a rocket pencil. Pretty nostalgic, huh? Maybe it was rare for her. She looked curiously at my rocket pencil, then gave a small nod and returned to work. Hello.
Welcome, Kei-chan.
On my next day off, as I was chatting with Grandma while browsing candy as usual, a cheerful voice reached my ears.
Wow! I didn't know there was a candy shop like this. Oh, welcome. I don't think I've seen you here before, young lady.
Huh? Kirishima-san? Standing there was none other than Kirishima-san from reception. I was surprised by this unexpected encounter.
Oh, you're Tanaka-san from product management?
You know my name?
Yes. Thank you for your help the other day.
It was unexpected that Kirishima-san remembered my name. My department's behind the scenes, and I'm not exactly noticeable. Out for a stroll today?
Yes, I just happened to pass by and thought it looked like a lovely place, so I peeked inside. Take your time and relax. Thank you.
Kirishima-san's eyes sparkled as she looked around the shop. I couldn't help but wonder. Maybe she's never really been to a place like this before. If you would like, want me to recommend some of my favorites?
Really? I'd love that.
I suggested some classic candies and unusual flavored treats. Kirishima-san lit up with excitement at every one. I had only seen her perfect professional smile, so this new side of her was a bit surprising.
Thank you so much for today. Thanks to you, I bought so many fun things.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
And it's really affordable. Candy like this.
Yeah, it's kind of the go-to for kids on field trips.
Would it be okay if I asked you to come with me again sometime? To the candy shop.
Huh? Of course, I would be happy to. From that day on, we became candy shop friends. We started going candy shop hopping on days off, chatting about stationery at work, and gradually became real friends.
My family was strict growing up, so I wasn't allowed to go places like that. That's why I'd never had candy or cup noodles. I always envied the other kids.
I see. No wonder you found the rocket pencil so unusual.
But thanks to you teaching me, Tanaka-san, I've learned quite a bit.
Want to check out the candy shop in the next town? There's also a really cool old-fashioned cafe nearby.
Really? I'd love to.
Kirishima-san was genuinely happy about my suggestion. Watching her so excited, I thought, so Kirishima-san's actually this expressive inside. Who the hell's that playing guy? What's he getting all buddy-buddy with the girl I'm after? And why is she having so much fun? She never even cracks a smile for me. I'll find out who that guy is. At that time, I had no idea an ominous shadow was looming behind us. There have been so many complaints from the sales department lately. Hey Tanaka, have this product ready by this afternoon. I'm taking it to a client. What? That product's all the way in the back of the warehouse. I can't just... What? You got a problem? Don't forget, it's thanks to me selling this stuff that you even get a paycheck, yeah? Lately, Mashiba-san's been dumping sudden tasks on me a lot. And they're always annoyingly troublesome ones too. Why is all this happening to me all of a sudden?
Tanaka-san!
Kirishima-san, what's up?
Actually, I wanted to show you this. I'm so glad I carried it with me.
Saying that, Kirishima-san, on her bathroom break, pulled out a flyer from product planning announcing a call for product ideas.
Tanaka-san, how about submitting something to this?
Me?
Yes! You know so much about stationery, and you've got such unique taste. I thought maybe you'd have ideas?
Can I really? Coming up with a product idea?
Honestly, I think you're exactly the kind of person who should submit something.
Me coming up with a stationery idea. Maybe my idea could actually... And so, I decided to give it a shot and submit an idea. I immediately started brainstorming. What kind of product would people actually be happy to pick up? Ideas came and went. Alright, submit! At last, my concept was complete. I sent my carefully crafted proposal to the planning department. It was tough, but I'm glad I tried. Even if it doesn't get picked, I've got no regrets. I'm really grateful Kirishima-san encouraged me. My interactions with Kirishima-san have been going great. Turns out, she's barely even used convenience stores before. Maybe she's actually from a really well-off family or something. As I was thinking that while working, Tanaka, you got that document I asked for ready, yeah? Huh? What's this pen? Oh, that's a rocket pencil. Once again, Mashiba came over to bug me. Unfortunately, our interactions hadn't changed a bit. Heh, rocket pencil? What are you, a kid? Man, you're as shabby as ever. What's with this guy? How rude can you get? Whatever, I just like this kind of stuff. The document you wanted is printing now. Heh, with that penny-pinching attitude, you'll never climb the ladder. You're just a boring backroom grunt in product management. Getting extra work dumped on me is one thing, but being insulted is another. I bet the reason Mashiba keeps picking on me is... probably because I've been spending more time with Kirishima-san lately. Later, loser. Try not to screw up while you slave away for my success.
Mashiba-kun, are you pestering Tanaka again?
Just then, my supervisor appeared. her temple visibly twitching.
I've already reported your behavior to your supervisor, haven't I? Should I file another complaint?
No. It's just harmless fun. Well then, excuse me. That's right. He had already been reported. Not wanting to get chewed out again, Mashiba beat a hasty retreat. Kirishima-san, hanging out with a pauper like Tanaka won't do you any favors, you know? And of course, since his snide comments about me haven't stopped, neither has his flirting with Kirishima-san. He was still making moves on her whenever he got the chance.
What's that supposed to mean?
That guy's still using a rocket pencil at his age, you know?
And I use a rocket pencil too.
What? But wouldn't you rather have a secure future? I've got family money. You could live in luxury.
I'm not interested. Also, you being very persistent. It's becoming a nuisance.
Persistent? A nuisance?
I've told you many times I don't intend to interact with you outside of work, nor can I accept your gifts. Also, this is reception. Causing a disturbance at the company's front desk is unacceptable.
No way. Me, the popular guy. Seriously, some things never change. The following week, Mashiba was mysteriously summoned for a private meeting with the HR director. Huh, what's this about? Why would I even give up my appointment slot for...
Hello, Mashiba-kun. You're here today because we received reports about you. And due to those reports, concerns have been raised that your comments and actions towards certain employees may constitute harassment.
What? Are you seriously wasting my time over this?
You have no idea.
Not a clue.
Then how do you explain this?
Why the hell do you have that? It was footage of Mashiba hitting on Kirishima-san.
These were submitted by employees who felt your behavior was harassment. I submitted them.
My supervisor stepped forward. Huh?
You've been constantly belittling my subordinates, and I've been informed of your persistent advances towards Kirishima-san. When complaints to the sales department didn't work, we decided to take stronger measures.
Yeah, after that, I consulted my supervisor. She said we would have to report it with video evidence, got the sales department head's approval, and we went for it. Incidentally, the next video shows you making nasty remarks toward me.
Now then, any defense? This may also qualify as obstruction of work.
No, that's not what I...
Oh? Then what exactly were you intending?
Well, okay, maybe I did go a bit overboard.
Indeed. This could easily be seen as sexual harassment. And what about your verbal abuse towards Tanaka-kun?
That was just normal workplace banter.
A usual thing? Calling him shabby and saying he'll never get promoted? You're telling me that kind of character-assassinating talk counts as communication? Then do you build trust with clients the same way?
Well... Faced with that, even Mashiba was at a loss for words. I guess he had enough pride as a salesman to not be able to nod at that. I'm sorry. I'll make sure nothing like this happens again. He seemed to have accepted it, bowing his head low. Because of the inappropriate advances toward a female colleague, he was reassigned to a branch office. After severe scolding from the sales department head, he packed his things and left the company. And so, peace returned to me and Kirishima-san. Damn it! Ever since then, my reputation's gone down the drain. That plain guy. While we had returned to our normal lives, Mashiba was scheming something shady at the branch. Branch office work doesn't suit an ultra-elite like me. I'm quitting. They'll regret losing a top salesman like me. But, before that... Kirishima-san? If I'm quitting anyway, I'll conquer this stuck-up woman before I go. One weekday, Mashiba, who had taken the day off, appeared before Kirishima-san after work.
Mashiba-san, why are you here?
Well, I just wanted to apologize properly, you know? I hadn't gotten the chance. I admit, I wasn't respecting your feelings. I've reflected on that.
I see. If you understand, then that's enough for me.
No, I can't leave it at that. Let me make it up to you. Let me treat you to a dinner. I even got a reservation at a popular upscale restaurant near the station.
No, thank you. I'm not interested in that sort of thing.
Aw, don't say that. I'll get you foie gras, caviar, anything you want. See? A beautiful, refined woman like you deserves to wear and eat things that match that image. So rocket pencils and cheap stuff don't suit you. And neither do guys who use them. A plain guy like Tanaka, with an ordinary name and face, he doesn't suit you. You deserve a guy like me. Wealthy family, successful, superior. With me, you would live a life of luxury that suits you. So what do you say? Even as Kirishima-san makes a clearly disgusted face, Mashiba keeps monologuing and forcing his feelings on her. And then, she let out a huge sigh, and since this wasn't work hours, she dropped the usual polite smile and looked at him with pure disgust.
Your family business. You realize my father's company gives them contracts every year, don't you?
Huh? What's that supposed to?
I'm the daughter of the Kirishima conglomerate.
Kirishima conglomerate? Wait, you mean bad Kirishima conglomerate?
Yes. I believe my father is quite familiar with your mother as well.
No way! You're a real heiress! That's right. She really was the true heiress I'd suspected she might be.
All this time you've emphasized expensive gifts and luxurious living. But you ever once try to understand what I actually wanted? I like old-fashioned neighborhood candy shops. And the simple snacks sold there. I didn't tell anyone at work about my background because I just wanted to enjoy peace and quiet here. I'd hope you'd give up if I simply told you I wasn't interested, but I see that wasn't enough. I'll be reporting today's events to my father as well.
Wait, please!
Tanaka-san.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to eavesdrop. Actually, I had plans with Kirishima-san after work today. When I showed up, she visibly tensed up. She probably didn't want her background widely known. Sensing that, I gave her my usual warm smile and said, "Wanna go to the candy shop again on your next day off?"
Yes, I'd love to.
Now then, Mashiba-san. When I addressed him, his shoulders jolted. His face was completely drained of color. Your presence here has already been reported. You're fully visible on the security cameras, and even if you ran today, the outcome wouldn't change. Someone's coming to pick you up soon, so let's wait together until then. Damn it!
Mashiba, you idiot!
Let's have a nice long talk, shall we?
Screw this company. I'll quit on my own terms. Shall we go then?
Yes! I'm excited for the izakaya you recommended.
And so, leaving Mashiba to be escorted away by the sales head and HR director, we headed off to the izakaya.
What the hell were you thinking? I warned you so many times.
Having already been put on final notice that any further issues would mean dismissal, Mashiba was officially fired that day. No way! I can't believe they fired me this fast! This wasn't how it was supposed to go!
You probably thought you would quit before we could fire you. These days, there's been more people like that. That's why we acted first to block it.
To impose a disciplinary dismissal, a decision by the president or the board of directors is required. That's why it inevitably takes time to finalize. And in many cases, employees who realize they're likely to be fired preemptively submit their resignation and even leave with severance pay.
Well, I suppose this time it also had to do with the fact that the victim was the daughter of the Kirishima conglomerate. You had good sales numbers, but that alone won't get you through the real world. You had better take that to heart.
Having been dismissed for cause, Mashiba-san's prospects for re-employment were hopeless. And then...
What have you done?
As promised, Kirishima-san must have reported it to her father. Her father, furious, lodged a complaint, and Mashiba-san's mother, who was also the company president, exploded in anger.
On top of that, you were dismissed for cause. What kind of person would let things come to this? I've told you again and again to be more humble and considerate of others' feelings.
No, Mom, this is...
The very fact you're trying to make excuses here shows how hopeless your character is. I've had enough. You're disowned. I'll send you your things soon.
What? Mom, wait! Mom! Disowned by his family too, Mashiba had to handle everything on his own. But of course, finding another job would be difficult. No one could hire him unless he truly changed. Meanwhile, as for us...
I got the strawberry candy!
You were aiming for it all along, weren't you? Nice job! We still spent our days off visiting candy shops. The only differences were that we also started going for lunch or dinner together on weekdays. And one more thing.
Then, this is for you, Tanaka-san. A gift to celebrate your product launch.
Yes, my idea had been selected, and was going to be made into an actual product. Really? Thank you so much! For Kirishima-san, this candy was very meaningful. That she gave it to me made me so happy. My heart felt warmly full. Can I ask you something? Why did you choose to work here instead of at your family's company?
Of course for independence, but also to broaden my horizons. Thanks to that, I was able to encounter wonderful places like this candy shop. Thanks as always, you two. I'll give you both a special all-you-can-eat of a ramen and rusk today. By the way, when's your little outing going to level up to a date?
Wait, Granny! What are you saying?
Grandma! Tanaka-san, could I visit your place sometime? I'd love to see all your stationery.
Does that mean you're saying you'll be my girlfriend?
Yes, I'd like that.
The sweet fizziness of ramune bubbles up. With a fluttering feeling of excitement at the start of a bittersweet romance, I gazed up at the sky.
Oh, I love old-fashioned candy shops. They're so cute. Anyways, Brittany here with another awesome episode. I hope you have a sweet day. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.